Hi, this is DeMeritt. We're going to be learning about basic tables and then putting them in the table and figure environment. Okay, we're going to be creating a table using the tabular environment. Then we'll take the tabulars and put them into table and figure environments. This will allow you to have more control in your document of where your table or figure goes. It also allows you to add a caption and label it so you can refer to it later on in your document. Okay, this is a code for just a basic beginner's table. So you have begin tabular and end tabular. In the curly braces, you're telling it how many columns you want. And you do that by telling it how you want each column justified. So it means I want 3 columns, and I want the first one left, and then center, and then right justified. Then you put your information in. In between each piece of information, you have to have an ampersand. Then your carriage return and end tabular. And when you compile it, it comes out like this. Notice that this column is all left justified. This is center and right. Okay, this is information about a table. Okay, so we have basic begin table, an H, which means you want it here, right where you're putting it in your document. Begin center and center. Now begin tabular. Now here I'm going to have 5 columns. So I want them to be left, center, right, center, center. I put in my information with ampersands, afterwards carriage return, and tabular, then I caption it, and then I label it, and center, and table. And when I compile it, this is how it comes out. Now we're going to do a figure. Okay, we do begin figure, end figure. It's basically the same as a table. It'll just give you the caption of a figure. So begin tabular, all the same information. End tabular, caption. You can label it, and then you combine it, compile it, and it comes out like this. And here you can make the reference over here to the table or the figure. Okay, now we're going to start adding lines. Okay, now I'm going to have the begin figure and end figure. And notice here I have brackets T, which means I want it at the top. So you can see where it is. So I'm telling it that I want double lines on the columns to the left side of it and to the right side of it, and single lines in between each one. Then I want a horizontal line. I put in my information with the ampersands and the carriage returns, and each line end tabular, then do my caption and my labeling and end figure. And then when I compile it, here it is, right where I asked it to put it. Okay, now we're going to do begin figure, but at the bottom. So I've done begin figure, brackets B, the begin center and center, everything in your tabular. Then you caption it, label it, and because I want it at the bottom, here it is, just like that. Now in this information here, this is going to be the table on the next page. But again, this is just a tabular, but I have the double lines on either side and double lines in between. Comes out like that. Now we're going to create a table using multi-column. If you go down here, you see that in this table, it has 2 columns, but the first line, you don't want any lines, you just want it to cover the whole table. So what you're going to do is you have your begin center, end center, and then you have your H line. Now for the multi-column, you're telling it that you want it to go over 2 lines. You want it centered with a vertical line on each side, and then the text, and then the H line, and then the rest of this is like you would on a tabular. When you compile it, it comes out like this. Now we're going to use a C line to change the length of a specific line in your table. Okay, now, so have begin tabular and tabular. Now, here are the first 2 lines, here and here. Now, you decide that you don't want a horizontal line in between here. You just want it to be over these 3 lines. So what you're going to do is you're going to do \C line, and it says it wants the line to go over columns 2 through 4. So it's 2, 3, 4, and there's the line. I hope these have been helpful. Thank you for participating.